Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Man United Agenda, where we've got some very big breaking news. Stay with us for this. Well, everyone, welcome to the show, and have we got a big one for you today? I'm joined here by OMONDI Juma. Welcome, OMONDI.
How you doing, man? I'm really happy, Let's go. Let's talk, man. Let's do this.
Let's drop the bomb. The rise of Ralf Rangnick at Manchester United per The Athletic in the last 15 minutes. How do you feel about Manchester United securing a 6-month deal for him to be our manager, followed by what is believed to be a 2-year consultancy deal after that?
Perfect. I think that is perfect. We've talked about this non-stop since Ollie's been sacked, and prior to that as well, we were discussing about Ralf coming in and the pros and cons of it. And a lot of people we admire as well in the comments. A lot of people follow the Man United agenda have also backed him, stating that he's, as a director of football, he can orchestrate where we want the club to go. Obviously, coming in as an interim manager initially, he will sort of see us through to the end of the season, and then go back upstairs and pull strings from there. And he's proven, experienced, and he's on fire. He's on fire. He's got such a good reputation. Obviously, people might not know about him, but I advise you to check out the Man United agenda, because we will be covering this guy and giving you a lot of information. And go and look him up for yourself, because even though you might not, we hear about Klopp and all these other great German managers like Tuchel at Chelsea. This is someone who is probably the orchestrator. He's older than all these guys, and is probably the orchestrator of all this rise of German good football. And we've got the godfather coming in to take the reins.
Absolutely. And this is not the first connection that Manchester United have had with Mr. Rangnick. John Murtough, back in 2019, actually went over to see and view Red Bull's facilities. So we have been taking our cue from them for a bit longer than we would have been led to believe with this appointment. I suppose when you look at the history of Mr. Rangnick, he has been credited with being the inspiration for your Klopps and your Tuchels. So if we're getting the original, the numero uno, like I've been saying on this channel for quite some time now, that we needed to get our football organisation right. And for the first time, I feel like we are making a move that can actually deliver those football structures. And I'm excited. I'm really excited on Monday about this appointment. I think it's a great move by Manchester United. Obviously, we're still awaiting official confirmation, but it looks like, based on the reports that we're seeing coming across the internet, that this thing is done.
You know what it is? What I like about this move is that sometimes when someone comes in and then they bring their own philosophy, obviously he's a director of football. He's got a way of directing the club from eventually when he goes above. And these things usually can take a few years. As we've seen with the rise of Red Bull, it taken them a few years, and now they're a big known club in European football, because they've been doing bits like they knocked us out last season, for example. So they're established. They've got a great scouting network. They bring in players from the sister club in Austria, Salzburg, and we've seen, and there's a lot of talented players. I mean, Mane from Liverpool came through there as well, and what's his name? Haaland has come through Salzburg as well. So there's a lot of great players, and there's a lot of this system of parent club, sister club, feeding, coming through philosophy. They've been dominating, and so it's really successful. And one thing I'm really happy about is that Rangnick is a good manager. He will come in, and it's not. I don't see us sort of going downhill for a bit before he gets settled. I think he can come in and lift us up rather than have a little dip before people get on board with what he's got to do. Because I think he's English. He can translate his philosophy over really well. He's respected, and I think if he comes in with the same attitude that Tuchel did last year at Chelsea and have that personality, I believe he's got that personality to sort of no keeper of reputations. He's here to do a job, bring his the issue with what we have to discuss now is about the coaching. Will he bring his own boys to coach and everything else? Then I'm really happy about everything. It just made my day. And it's just breaking news, guys, real breaking news. And it's been a good week already, beating Villarreal. And this has just topped it for me. Come on, Chelsea. Come, Chelsea. We're ready for you.
Absolutely. And actually, it's good that you mentioned the fact that he does actually speak English, because in his 20s, he actually studied English and sports at Stuttgart University. So he will have no communication errors or problems whatsoever with the squad when he touches down. He's fully equipped and ready to go in terms of languages, so there'll be no barriers to communication, which is absolutely great news for us, to be honest with you. But I suppose what we'll be looking at now going forward is, will he establish his own coaching team, or what will he look to do in that 6-month intervening period? Because obviously he's going to want to be involved, you'd imagine, in the next appointment, the person that will be working under him more than likely when we hit the summer.
So that's true. So he's got to identify who the next guy comes in, and not just that, he will also, because of his experience he had really as director of football and managing sporting director and all these of Locomotive, he's responsible as well. He will have a good eye on the coaches and see what is necessary to build us up and where we're lacking. So this is the perfect guy to come in, I believe, to sort of sort out all the issues, all the nagging issues we might have had previously about the coaching, about the setup, about the structure of our club. Who better to do it than Ralf, you know? And let's get used to saying his name. It's Ralf Rangnick. I might not be getting it, but I will perfect it, because I love this guy now. I want to see can't wait to see his first interview and see how he comes across, because I'm sure he can have an air of confidence of knowing what he's talking about. Unlike maybe Ollie. Ollie was a bit like lacking that confidence. I think this guy will, because he didn't have the experience. This guy's got the experience. It's easy for him. He'd be like, right, boof, 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 boof. Do you want me to show you how to do it? Do you want to see the tactics I talk? Do you want to see what my structure is? I'm sure he must have been impressive in his interview, like dictating exactly what he's got to plan for Manchester United. And finally, just put it this way, he's been at smaller clubs in Germany, smaller than Manchester United, mind you. He's coming to Man United to implement the same system that he put to build Red Bull up, to build Schalke and Hoffenheim and all these clubs that he's established, to build them up. And he's going to come into a big club with the big resources to do this. This is the pinnacle of his career, I believe. And he must be so excited to have this sort of a ability of players around him to work with, and maybe bringing a few staff just to tweak it. What do you think?
Absolutely. No, I suppose it is just important to reiterate that this is not officially confirmed news yet by Manchester United. We still are awaiting official announcements on this news story, but it is important that we bring this to you as Manchester United fans, because it is a pivotal moment in where United are going as a club, and it's going to be something that could absolutely ground our success into the future. And like you, OMONDI, if this is confirmed, which I'm, based on what I'm seeing on the internet, it looks pretty solid. But as always, you have to have an air of caution and await the that final Rangnick takes charge banner coming across on Sky Sports News. That's what we want to see in terms of locking this in.
You know what, partner? Like, when I heard it's coming from you, I laughed it off initially, because your reputation for breaking stories since the Steve Bruce thing has really blown up, you know, and no one believes in you anymore. But this time I do. I can see it's genuine. I see you've done your research and you've redeemed yourself. Maybe you won't be getting a Monday of the week this week, judging on this story. Thank you for bringing this up, because you've always got your ear on the grapevine of the footballing world. And I'm so glad to have you on board for this reason. You know, we all make mistakes, but this one, you redeemed yourself completely, mate. Big up.
Absolutely. Like, with this, what I hope this will bring to United is a focus on the football. Get us back to that top level of performance that we have been so used of from Manchester United sides all the way along since we started supporting them, and bring us back to that pinnacle of performance level, because he's not going to accept a lesser work rate if he's managing those coaching sessions. He's going to want to see his players working their socks off for the badge, giving every bit of energy that they have and putting it into the field. It's not about the results some days. If you lose playing very well, have given it your all, you can walk away and you can take away, okay, maybe one or two tactics need tweaking when we need to play them again, but you left it out on the pitch. A lot of the time, up until now, we've seen games where you felt there was a bit more in the tank by our players. Maybe we didn't use them in the right way in terms of rotating them around, that we could have kept them fresh, kept the player moving around. Like when you see some of the top level managers in England, their rotation systems are absolutely legendary at this point. You do not see Pep being afraid to drop people in order to give them a rest. You do not see Klopp being afraid to drop people. Mo Salah ends up on the bench some days just because Pep feels, I think I can get this without you, but just in case, I'm going to put you on the bench that I can bring you on if needs be. And this is the type of leadership now that I hope to see, because he's not going to be afraid of those high reputation players, those Cristiano Ronaldos, those Eddie Cavani's, those Paul Pogba's, our players, and the players that are going to be responsible for dragging us through the rest of the league, which is a fairly grueling campaign. Let's not shy away from the fact that it is a 38-game season and there is a lot of effort needed to keep yourself on point throughout that season. But we also have knockout Champions League football now, which is a big, big thing for Manchester United, because we have been waiting for these moments where we would go, I think we can win this. I believe we can win this. And with the right structure, that squad of players, we said it at the start of the season, before any ball was kicked, that squad, regardless of whether we got the CDM, was capable of winning a Premier League or a Champions League. With the right direction, there's no doubting that we could still bring ourselves into the title race. Whether we get there or not is another story entirely. But there's plenty of silverware left on the table for us to say, do you know what? I fancy a cut of that. What do you think, OMONDI?
Yeah, totally. I think you have to look at it this way. Wisdom is power in football. He's got wisdom of Europe. He's got wisdom of Germany. He's got wisdom of players, of coaches, of staff. He's got wisdom. He's in Russia at the moment, Lokomotiv Moscow. He's got wisdom of the Eastern Europe as well. So he knows so much. And coming to England, like you said, he speaks English. He knows the English league. And coming into a situation like this, he will identify straight away where we need to strengthen completely. I'm not talking about players. I'm talking about the structure of the club. Please, boards, whoever you are, give this man free reign to run things, you know, because like there's a comment here from Talk MU, our very own Talk MU. Oh, sorry, Talk Manchester United. He says, I like this comment. He says, Rangnick is the best decision since Fergie left. Now, people might not understand that, but what we're getting in Rangnick is someone similar to Fergie, who Fergie ran everything. He was behind everything in the club. Rangnick is in a similar situation because he's had many different positions throughout football. There's different structures in football now today. So he's had director of football. He was recently manager of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. So it's all about overseeing things, long-term strategies, long-term goals for the club. Clubs are big these days. There's a lot of big business, a lot of staff involved and everything else. You can't, like Fergie's time, you can't be expected to do everything. But he's had his toes in each kind of position. Manage Man United, no problem. I can do that. I've done that. And don't worry about it. I'll do the interim for 6 months, perfect for us. And thing. Maybe we might want him to stay, but he's saying I will do the thing for 6 months. Then I'll go upstairs, you know, and then I will manage thing. That which shows to me lack of ego. He doesn't really have a huge ego to be saying I want to be manager, I want success, because he's always upstairs.
I just want to come in very briefly because there is a tweet from Fabrizio Romano. The deal is not yet finalised. However, talks are ongoing with Lokomotiv Moscow regarding Rangnick, and United want to be respectful as he's under contract. That is the latest news from Fabrizio.
That's certainly true. I mean, he signed a new 3-year contract in July this year, I think, with Lokomotiv Moscow. So, yeah, obviously you have to go through all the paperwork and make sure it's done respectfully. But it's clear he does want to come to the club. Talks have progressed that much that we're actually doing a show on it. Even though your sources are usually unreliable, we are reliable in type of teams. We are going to go ahead with this, you know. And like I say, someone who's got knowledge at all levels of the club is exactly what we need, you know, because now the other guys, the staff and everything else, will have to respect every decision he makes. He's the overseer. He's the one who's going to dictate how we go forward for the next few years. And I'm sure I'm sure for all the fans out there as well, I'm sure with Ralf, he will be able to articulate to everybody in his interview, in his press conference, everything else, exactly what direction he wants to go in with confidence, which will he will have an air of confidence, will get all the fans behind him and start saying, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. And with that kind of like vision to see where we can be, even by Christmas, by the end of the season, he's already got a vision to say, I take this team on board now. I'm capable of doing something. 12 points behind Chelsea. We're playing them this week. We win. We have 9 points behind them. We can be back in the top 4. We could be back in the title race, you know? And all the German managers like Klopp and Tuchel, like you say, they call him father, you know? They will be calling father. So we, imagine that. We turn up and, oh my gosh, you're the guy, you know? Sensei, teacher, oh, teacher, yes. You know, that's the kind of respect that he's going to get. And I'm out here on the channel, all the guys are buzzing about this.
Sorry, Monday, there's further information coming out from Fabrizio Romano. So this is developing rather rapidly. Ralf Rangnick told Manchester United board on Monday he'd accept this interim job only if future consultancy with power and club choices will be included in the deal. Manchester United are prepared to accept this condition.
Brilliant. That's just brilliant, isn't it? I mean, for him, you've got to give this man license to do what he can do because he's proven, he's stepped up in all these levels and everything else. Let the man have free reign to do what he wants in the club because of his success rate, you know? And now doing it at a larger club, like I say, like Manchester United, I mean, he's got the experience. Don't get someone in to learn on the job, or maybe he can do this, maybe he can do that. This guy's got the experience to do it. And it's a bit like Jurgen Klopp and Tuchel, all these guys in this Premiership bubble we live in, we think the Premiership runs the world. It doesn't. There's coaches out there that have got different philosophies, different styles of football, and they've been doing it for a very long time now that we have to bring in and understand that these guys have got it too. It might not be the name that everyone might be on everyone's lips, like Zidane. I mean, we were talking about Zidane. I was never a Zidane in guy. I was never a Poch in guy. We've seen these guys. We know what they've got. This guy, I think, it just feels right, and it hits the spot right for me. For you as well?
Absolutely. And I suppose the one thing that I would like to bring up, and it's following his time at Red Bull, he was very much clued in to youth development. And Manchester United, when we talk about what's remaining of the United way, bringing our youths through, bringing our Rashfords, our Greenwoods, all these guys through, our Mengies eventually, our Ilangas. We have a lot of quality young fellas. We have Robbie Savage's young fella in the youth academy at the moment. And I saw him in the Under-19 Champions League there during the week. And he looks like a tasty baller coming through. We have Cristiano Ronaldo's kid in the youth academy now. We have a lot of young talent. And this guy, he's clued in to developing young talent. If he gets 2 out of every crop, then we're happy and he's happy. And we're continuing to develop our players on our terms at Old Trafford and Carrington, which is absolutely fantastic. I suppose, just briefly, Monday, do you want to go through some quick comments before we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, just first of all, anyone watching, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe right now. Big things are happening at Man United. Big things are happening at Man United agenda. You want to be a part of it, then join us, because anything's going down, we are on it like a rash, you know? And Rashford, whatever, we are on this big thing right now. And by the way, once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we'll be doing a little... what do you call it? Lucky dip, put your name in the hat kind of thing. And you can win a Bruno Fernandes signed shirt for Man United. I mean, we're on the up now, guys. We're on the up. And everyone seems to be excited in the comments as well. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what we got here. We see someone's here. Poch can still come in at the end of the season. That's a possibility still. So we can't write that off. Let's have a look. Hi, Noah. How you doing, man? How you doing, Noah? Let's see. He's excited. Yeah, it's like, yes! With capital letters. It's official. Ralf is the manager, he says. You know, so there's a lot of great feeling out here. We've had a terrible time for the last few weeks. Eduardo Yepes, how you doing? Where are you from, my man? He says, what? Has he got the job? The question mark. We're doing a show. We believe so. There's been talks behind the scenes. Obviously, there's no official announcement as yet, but we believe that Ralf is the man who's going to take the hot seat. Also, we've got Tobias here. How you doing, Tobias? Said, shocked the board have done this. Very pleased. Yeah, we have to reward the board here. We're really happy with that. As Rebel just said, Ralf said, I need this is what I need, A, B, and C. I need to have this sort of a key to the director seat. I need to have no restrictions to be able to develop the club the way he wants. His reputation means a lot to him. So if he's coming here, he wants to do it correctly, and that's a good sign to see that he's actually dictating with the board exactly what he wants to do. You know, it's just a lot of excitement in the comments here. Here's Lou United said he won't come with coaches, but things will be different. I'm pleased. Good to see you positive out there, Lou. Eduardo as well says, wait, seriously, did he really get it? I'm shocked. Welcome. Thanks for the welcome. Happy to be here. We're happy you're here too, Eduardo, and everyone else, you know, who's come on board. Yeah, it's looking good, guys. Looking good.
Okay, I just wanted to bring in a quote from an interview apparently in February, this was, when Rangnick talked about Thomas Tuchel. He became a coach through me. He was my player at ULM and to finish his career because of his knee problems. I gave him a job as our under-15 coach. He didn't even intend to be a coach. He was working in a bar in Stuttgart. So This is the level and caliber of man that we're talking about here. The guy that convinced Thomas Tuchel, Champions League winner with Chelsea, to become a coach. How can you not be excited about the caliber of this man?
Sensei, teacher. This house going to be at Stamford Bridge. If he's our teacher or sensei, let me take your jacket, sir. Do you want this? He'd be given the best treatment as well. You know, thing. That's respect. That's respect. And that's a lovely story you just told me. I had no idea that it was that deep. That he was working in a bar and ex-player, and he took him under his wing, and it taught him. And you can see the conviction that Thomas Tuchel works with. See him on the training ground. He's convicted of what he says. He doesn't care about reputation. It's about employing his philosophy onto the club, and he's doing a great job at Chelsea right now. But to have his daddy, you know, come along, and you know, the Godfather, you know, who these guys respect, come along and work for us, we got to be pleased too. This is a great move for Manchester United.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to keep an eye here as this story unfolds, because it is moving so rapidly. At the pace of this since it's been announced is absolutely incredible, OMONDI, to be honest with you. Maybe bring in a few more commenters there as we look for some further information to garner and deliver to people.
So Eduardo says, I'm from Muyai, my friends. Oh man, I don't know. Where is that? I was going to say Maori. I don't know. Can you repeat where you're from, Eduardo? Sound like there was a guy called Yepes, defender, Colombian defender. You're not Colombian, are you? Let's go. Noah with his student. Yeah, that's right. You better respect. You know, your apprentice. You're an apprentice to me. Go get my water. Go get my bibs. You know, that's how it is. A bit like Arteta and a Pep. You know. Here we go. Tunchel's going to get a spank from Ralf. He would destroy it. you know what it is. You know, Rebel. You know, like I got a younger brother. He's big. He's really big and strong. He could probably beat me up if he really wanted to. But he's got that respect. You know, he's got that respect for me. And even I can still get that over him. Even though 10 years older than him, I've taught him all he knows. He would never. I could slap him in his face, saying, "Shut up," and he wouldn't do anything about it because he's got that respect. And for this is the same applies for our Ralf here. You know, I'm loving this. I'm loving it. Sorry, Jurgen Klopp. Yeah, Jurgen's probably. Oh my God, why did it get Ralf? You know, moving in silence, as Mr. B says. Bad boys. Hi, Daniel. How you doing? He says Ralf can bring developments to the club, no doubt about it. Don't you think, Rebel? I mean, look how knowledgeable our comments are. Our people, they're on the ball. Everyone seems to have done their research on Ralf. They know about it. It's all about development, isn't it? It's not just about today. United looking really good, says Arsenal fan Luca. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Luca. We're really happy about that. Noah says Klopp will lose versus United next time because Ralf is here. Oh gosh, that's right. 5-0. Oh gosh, he's gonna get some payback. Louis Man United says, will we regret if PSG sack Poch in the next 2 weeks? Question for you, Rebel. Will we regret it if Poch gets free? It's a free agent.
We got to look at this in the kind of the medium, the short, and the long term. We needed a guy now. So if Poch is not available now, that means we had to basically re-gear, retool, and look at other options. If Poch really, really, really wants to be the next Manchester United manager, he will quite happily sit at home, sipping margaritas until the summer and wait to talk to Ralf when Ralf is involved in appointing the next Manchester United manager. and continuing to develop those structures, assuming that he's confirmed the way that we think it is going to be based on the news stories that we're seeing at the moment. But if Watt really, really wants the job, he'll wait.
Yeah. Hi, Mehdi. I'm so hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Mehdi, how you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe now, you know? And I'm going to say that in a convicted Ralf voice, because I think Ralf is that sort of guy. He gets gets his work done. Because you're asking, he said, hope it's a good signing, but hasn't he been sporting director or something for the last couple of years? After what I read now, it seems like he's a man with a clear plan for teams. So that's good. Yeah, so he has been a sporting director because he started as a manager. He's been a manager of various clubs, but he's gone up. He's got so much knowledge and everything else on how the management of the club. A bit like when we say in the old days with Fergie, Brian Clough, these guys used to manage the whole club, the transfers, the development. They had a say in everything. Obviously now we've got like coaches and everything else. We get more specific jobs for people in football these days. But Ralf seems to have a wide knowledge of the whole running of a club. So he's worked in all positions. So he's been a manager and he can do it again for 6 months. But he wants to go upstairs again and be responsible for the direction of a club. So yeah, that's really good. Noah says, yeah, I can. Noah's asking. He's my younger brother, but he's a big boy. He's a big boy, but he respects me because a bit like Tunso and Ralf, you know, it's that sort of relationship they have. Teacher and apprentice, you know, sensei and apprentice. So he has to bow down with respect. Ralf can win the Champions League, really. He'll win a lot. This is really lovely. I'm loving the energy here. We need a new song for Ralf. Yeah, what about a rap for Ralf? Yeah, how about that? That'd be nice. So Mehdi again says, at least we don't get in someone who will change everything in the club this time, as Conte probably would. Let's get Ten Hag in permanently from the summer now and keep Ralf as sporting director. That sounds, what do you think about that? That sounds good, Dave.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just kind of jumping quickly ahead, because I did notice that there's a person at work that wants news on what this is. I will read you the tweet again back time. Ralf Rangnick told Manchester United board on Monday he'll accept this interim job only if future consultancy with power on club choice will be included as part of the deal. United are prepared to accept this condition. However, it should be noted that he is in a contract with Lokomotiv Moscow, and Manchester United want to have respect for his current employer and are currently in negotiations. I want to keep things moving, but with respect to that employer. So it is fairly concrete, but it's not official at time.
Okay, hi Bath Time. I hope you're having a great day, man. I'm sure all Man United fans are really uplifted at the moment. Here's one from Anup Barman. I hope I'm pronounced that correctly. He said he can't wait, and there's fire, po. He's overexcited as we are here right now. And Noah says yes. He's saying it's confirmed. It's in. It is ATT at TV Man United. How you doing, man? How you doing? He says, we can now play some football. That's good. I like that. We're looking forward to it. Who's going to the game? Who's going to the game? I am. I'm going to Chelsea this weekend. I'm so excited. Barthan says, I'm not convinced that this is the right appointment, but let's effing go. Oh, why you put a down on it, Barthan? You know, come on, we're all on board. Mehdi says, I've been a subscriber for quite a while already, mate. Okay, all right, cool. I'm staying loyal to you guys, even if I don't have time to see all your streams. That's fine. I like that talk. You know, loyal to Man United and loyal to the Man United agenda as well. That's what we do here. Welcome, says talk. Yeah, they put some more likes. 2 more likes, guys. We get 20 likes. Come on, press that button, please. Let's do it. Here's a question. What can Ralf win at United? Do you want to hit that on that one, Rebel?
Well, we're still in the FA Cup, so he could win the FA Cup. We're still in the Champions League, so he could potentially win the Champions League. We're not a million miles away from the top of the table in the Premier League, so there's no reason why, with a bit of consistency and a run, that we could not challenge for the Premier League. It's not completely lost from us at this point. So potentially, Ralf could win the treble. Whether he does or he doesn't is another question, but the treble is still on the cards.
Wow, lovely. Best interim manager says LU Manu. So I'm getting tongue tied there. Big up LU, man. here's Matt. He's saying he thinks he's the only one who's skeptical about this one and laughing. Don't bring your negativity around here. You and bath time, go and have some bath time together. We don't want that around here. We want positivity. No, I'm joking. It's great. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this. All these welcomes. Bath time says F Locomotive Moscow and all their Russian trains if we want to get there. Okay. TV again, big up, man. He says just very happy and satisfied, and then now can play some football because he's very highly spoken of. Yes, certainly, most certainly, loving all this. We love. Look at the love. Look at the love. Look at the love. We've gone from really lows to big highs now, and I hope it continues now. Like you say,
quick media blast. It's on the BBC. It's on the Irish Times. It's on TalkSport. It's on the Manchester Evening News. This story right now is literally everywhere. So
wow.
Everybody is sitting at the front of Old Trafford and they are waiting for that official document from the board. Ralf Rangnick arrives. That's what we're waiting for here, lads. The absolute stability being brought back to our club and a football first ethos with a strong grounding in developing football clubs. Look at what he done at Red Bull Leipzig. Look at what he's doing at Lokomotiv Moscow. Look at the way that he set up youth development. This man has been through it all, and the top German managers that are in the Premier League all look that way to him.
Here's a quick one from Anup. He says, what do you guys think of pressing from Cristiano? He introduced pressing to German football. So there's a lot of question marks about can Cristiano press and everything else. I think we could do a show maybe on that and just to go into further detail about it, because I've got a lot to say about that. And I'd like Bath Time and all the other guys to come on board with that as well and just to have a good discussion about it, because I've got my own view on that and I think it can be easy tweaked. I don't think it's a major issue. Bath Times and Manager of the Month is the only thing he can win. Let's see, win both top four. Yeah, FA Cup and Champions League top four. End of McFred for sure. Yes, I like that. 20 likes. Now we want 30 likes, you know. Medi against Football United TV. After seeing what the board have done post Alex Ferguson, I don't blame you being skeptical. Monday of the week, here we come. Blood. I'm too excited. You know the word. Read out yourselves, guys. I can't even spit it out, but we need to keep faith and hope. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not going to read your name. But he says, well, another great German coach. We're very happy about that. And just subscribe to. Thank you for subscribing. And Barthan says, I wouldn't write McFred off just yet. The first go will be Wan-Bissaka. Oh my gosh. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Guys, let's go there. I mean, this is good. This is good stuff. Everyone just had delighted. It's going on and on. All these comments. Oh my gosh. What you have to remember, lads, is that the Gengen press is low budget for underdog teams. He's unlikely to play it, but we might see a high block a la City 2018 was David Silva. Obviously, David Silva wasn't the fastest to press and everything. So yeah, that's a really good comment. Sorry.
I want to throw a question back out to the group, to Bat Time, and to all the rest of our lovely subscribers that are currently chatting in the comments. Excuse me. Jurgen Klopp and Tuchel all developed their style of management from this guy. If he's low budget, is it because he was being situationally aware in terms of the clubs that he was at? Because you do not get managers of the caliber of Klopp and Tuchel saying, this guy was our sensei, our mentor, our jefe, and him not being able to adapt to a higher cream and caliber club. So maybe, is it because he was being situationally aware, he set up his teams to cut the cloth to match where he was?
Interesting that. Interesting. I think already. I mean, we're accepting he's in, so now we're starting to talk about how we're going to play, set up the style. Ronaldo has to play. I think it's unanimous here. We all agree Ronaldo has to play. So they will find a way to tweak the system to allow him to get the best out of him. Obviously, in the box, he's going to score his goals. That's what he's been doing all season. But as we saw yesterday with Poch struggling with 3 players up front who weren't really working for the team, it was 7 sort of workers and 3 guys up top. That he couldn't really manage that system. But we don't have, I think we're fortunate really to have guys like Sancho, Rashford, Greenwood, and all these guys around him and Cavani especially, and Bruno, who can all do the work as well. So let's not focus too much on that. I'm sure this manager he's flexible. I'm sure he can come in and say, right, we can adapt and do, just tweak this and this and explain it as well to us. From the horse's mouth. That's what I'm more confident. I'm really buzzing about the press conferences and the interviews that we hear from him now, because I'm sure they will sort of interview him and ask him what he brings to the club. And it will be an hour-long show or even more, because this guy can talk for days about his philosophy because he's so confident in what he's doing.
Absolutely. And just some exciting news, because again, I'm preempting your comment on Monday, so bear with me and apologies for this in advance. I think it was Luman New, or was it Noah said this would be a better day if we got to 1,000. Well, I can tell you we are 5 away from 900. So hit that subscribe button and make sure you do, because we are giving away a Bruno Fernandes signed shirt at 1K subscribers. And if you want to be in with a chance, you just have to smash that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell, because we will bring you all the Manchester United news as soon as it hits our desks. And if you want to know, keep in the loop.
And do you want to say, Eduardo Yepes, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. You just confirmed that Mayu is in Hawaii. Fantastic. Great to have you on board. And don't say any jokes about Liverpool 5-0 or Hawaii 5-0 or anything, but you're a Man United supporter, and we're glad to have you here with the Man United agenda. So big up all the way from Hawaii and all the way from Canada. We've got our resident host here. It's OS. How you doing? He says Ralf is here. And he's smiling as well. I can see. So I know he's happy. We hope to hear from you soon, OS, and your thoughts on all this. Oh, actually, he says it here. So happy. What a great football. Listen to us. OS is always on point. He's too smooth. He says it like this. He's so happy. What a great football decision. Football decision that encompasses everything. Big up OS, man. You always bring some proper talk with us. Klopp says to Rangnick, I want my team to like your team when Klopp was at Dortmund. Okay, just can't wait. So there you go. So it's all coming out now. Anna, thanks for that contribution. He's saying, so Klopp is also looking up to the sensei, the master, and wanting to play just like him. Amazing. We're buzzing. Hey, can you pronounce his name, anybody?
Dara, he's Irish in a way, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you.
I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his surname because my Irish is slightly out of use. But welcome, Dara. Big up. Has he been brought in with Poch in mind? I suppose we can't really speculate at this point where his mindset is going. It might be towards Ajax and the people that are up there that he would prefer to involve Ten Hag. But for now, we need to focus on the 6 months to the end of the season and see what we can do and what we can achieve with what remains of the season, because there's a lot of big silverware left on the board for Manchester United to try and get their hands on.
Love to. This is from OS as well, guys. You don't know, OS is with the Man United agenda. He's saying love to you both and the Man United agenda. It's a happy day to be a United fan, guys. Are you all happy? Are we all giving the thumbs up, guys, in the comments? Are we all going along with this? Yep. Is that yes? Yes. I want to hear some yays. Yay or nay? I mean, I know what a bath time and Matty said already. They're a bit, unsure. So what was I say? Okay, so maybe against the squad we have now seems to be more or less the dream team for Ten Hag. And Ten Hag wants his team to have lots of possession and fluent attack and lots of planned movement. You guys are doing your homework. Big time.
Yes,
Noah says, send all the love to Man United agenda. Yeah. I mean, where do we go from here? Look, there's so much more to talk about. We've got shows tonight. We've got a couple shows tonight, possibly. We've got shows we're going to do. We've got Chelsea at the weekend, so we will be previewing Chelsea with the added edge now and a bit of comfort knowing that we've got a manager in as well. Hopefully that will be all confirmed before the weekend, and hopefully we can see the interaction and respect, big brother and daddy, or big brother, little brother, or son and daddy in Ralf and Thomas coming together. That's the respect we like to see.
Absolutely. I suppose just to reiterate one last time, the update as it stands at the moment is Ralf Rangnick told Manchester United board on Monday he'll accept this interim job only if a future consultancy, in inverted commas, with power of club choices will be included as part of the deal. Manchester United are said to believe to have accepted this condition and now are moving forward to talking with Lokomotiv Moscow, and they are very, very respectful to the fact that he's under contract. So this has been moving rather fast in the last hour. It is a very positive step for Manchester United, and we are hoping now to be able to bring you something a bit further on later tonight when we will hopefully be hearing the words Rangnick signs. But for now, I have been Rebel, he has been OMONDI, and we have been the Manchester United Agenda.
Thank you, guys.